God didn't give everybody all the talents because He wants you to be able to depend on other people. Pull those gifts out of them. Pull those gifts out. That's how it should work. But what's happened is all of us are doing this. Y'all don't get on me. I have a phone case in my hand because my phone is right there. But everybody does this. We're doing this. We got our head on the phone. Nobody's trying to have genuine connection. No, everybody is just using relationships as an opportunity. And sometimes that could be a good thing if you use a relationship as an opportunity, but the opportunity should be to give, not to take. Not to take. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take as much as I can get from you. Bruh, guess what? You know what? By the end of the day, how much can you give me? How much can you give me? I think if everybody starts to fight and try to figure out, how much can I give to this person? Can I give this person a platform? Can I give this person some money? Can I give this person my ear, my listening ear? Because it's clear that they got something going on. These are the relationships and the things that I want us all to start valuing and to pay attention to. Welcome to the Man Lucrative podcast. I'm the host, the one, the only Magneto 7 in the building. What up? How y'all feeling? Listen, I'm going to keep saying this every week. Everybody on YouTube, what's up? I feel like y'all are kind of becoming like the smut of the bunch anyway. But what is this? Episode 144. What up? The reason I say the YouTube people are kind of like the smut of the bunch because I want them to come to the live show, right? All right, super chat. I'm gonna shout everybody out in super chat. I'm talking about if I open this up and it's public, right? I want y'all to come in and then we have an exchange, right? It's just an exchange of energy. You like, oh my God. Last week we did all 80s music. I brought Prince, Morris Day and the Time, all this stuff into it. And then I did a whole Atlanta set. These are the sets that y'all don't hear. If y'all are only watching me on YouTube, you got to subscribe to the Patreon. But anyway, I don't know how I'm going to function on this particular pod today because I got banned last week. I started talking, right? Because y'all know I've been trying to make sure that all of the new independent artists are efficient. I want them to be aware of everything that's taking place as far as the changes in technology. And I kind of got a little bit deep last week. And Instagram said, ban! Get out of get this. Who is he? What does he think he's doing right now? I got into my conspiracy theory bag, right? And I try to be light conspiracy. If I go heavy conspiracy, and I can go dark conspiracy, right? I try not to go there because when you go in those spaces, then you get Candace Owens. then you get Joe Rogan. Then you get trumped. So I've been trying to stay light for the most part, but I got more stuff to talk about. Also, we got to pay the bills. First off, next week, depending on when you watch this, we will be having the 3-day production and writing challenge. That is my masterclass for everybody that's new to this platform. That is my masterclass where I'm teaching producers, I'm teaching songwriters how to produce music. I'm teaching them the difference between the different deals, publishing deals, royalties. I'm teaching them sound. What else we got? Branding. It's a lot, but it's a 3-day course. 2 hours a day on Zoom, and I'm going in. We covering all of these materials. So if you do want to join the 3-day production challenge, again, I don't know when you're watching this, but I will tell you this. I will have the link in my bio if you're interested in joining. And also, it ain't just me. Y'all remember me talking about the lucrative community, right? Right? The lucrative community is my community of people that's just out here killing it. We got musicians, we got singers, we got songwriters, we got producers. We got a lot of people in my space where I'm helping them develop products. After I'm helping them develop products, then I'm going to help them push the products. And then I'm going to help them help other people. It's just a big pool of help. Hey, help me. I got you, dog. I got you. Hey, help me, right? I got you, dog. Right? So this week, right now, I'm promoting the one, the only Goliath MTBK. Goliath is a guy in my community. Right now, he's going to be giving a course on how to stream, how to use OBS. Cause I need it. I need it real bad. Y'all, okay, truth moment. Have y'all ever met people that come into your space and they're so efficient at what they do? They're efficient, they're knowledgeable, and you be like, yo, you make me sick. Oh my God. Goliath is one of those people in my community because he's efficient. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about. And for me, I'm like, I need people in my space like that. So this is the word to the wise, right? Bring it in. Everybody that's watching this, bring it in. This is the word to the wise. If you are a person that's trying to start business, you're trying to, especially business in the area of service. Sometimes product is a little bit different, but if you're in the area of service and you're trying to start businesses, right? I'm going to say closely surround yourself with people that's better than you. You got to do that. If you don't surround yourself with people that's better than you, at least better than you in certain areas, like y'all have heard every millionaire to say, I'm not going to be a master of everything in my business. I'm going to just hire it out, right? There's a reason they say that. There's a reason they say, well, I'm going to just hire out the people and bring those people into my business. For one, when you bring a person into your space or you bring a person into your business, shots out. I got some new partners. Courtney and June, what up? We got some amazing things coming up for everybody. Like, we are really going to be breaking ground, doing some crazy stuff in this space. But anyway, when you have people in your space that's better than you, they will pull you up for one. And if they don't pull you up, then they will be a great contributor to your whatever you got going on. Case in point. I love producing music, right? Y'all see, if you're on TikTok, you see my plaques. I love producing music, right? That has been my life's dedication. I've fallen out of love and in love with music, and I just been back and forth with it, right, for years. But guess what? I'm never going to divorce music because music is a part of me. That's me, period. So, being that I love to produce music, I'm not too fond of the engineering and then, the sound dynamics and all that stuff. I know how to do it, granted. I know how to do the job because I do believe that if you are offering people a service, you should know how to do the job. You should know all the ins and outs about that job. But every opportunity that I will get and I have a decent timeline, I'm going to hire out an engineer. I'm going to hire out an engineer to mix the music for me because guess what? The way I love producing music, they love the engineer. That's how that works. Everybody feeds each other. I think it was Myron Golden that said, God didn't give everybody everything because he wanted us to all depend on each other. I believe that. God didn't give everybody all the talents because he wants you to be able to depend on other people. Pull those gifts out of them. That's how it should work. But what's happened is all of us are doing this. Y'all don't get on me. I have a phone case in my hand because my phone is right there. But everybody does this. We're doing this. We got our head on the phone. Nobody's trying to have genuine connection. Everybody is just using relationships as an opportunity. And sometimes that could be a good thing if you use a relationship as an opportunity, but the opportunity should be to give, not to take. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take as much as I can get from you. Bruh, guess what? You know what? By the end of the day, how much can you give me? I think if everybody starts to fight and try to figure out, how much can I give to this person? Can I give this person a platform? Can I give this person some money? Can I give this person my listening ear? Because it's clear that they got something going on. These are the relationships and the things that I want us all to start valuing and to pay attention to. I think the more we do that, the better off we'll be, the further along we'll be, the less headaches we'll have. Because guess what? This is the thing. I'll tell y'all this. Remember I told y'all I've been doing the podcast since 2021, right? Start doing the podcast. Now, this is my second start doing the podcast. The first start I had doing the podcast was back in 2013, I think it was. 2013, 2012, right? Something like that. I stopped because I didn't see the vision for what it is now. I didn't see how it could help nobody. Now, granted, I will say this. I was hella broke. I was like, I was brokey. Like, broke, broke, broke. That was bad times. Those are scary moments. Those are scary seasons. I don't like those seasons. I never, ever want to revisit those times, right? But I will say this. Out of all of that time and then restarting the podcast, it makes you value what you're doing even more. So I want this to be, and we are going to get to the party. I'm still going to shout at everybody else. I just felt like I had to give y'all a little bit of motivation before I get to the end, because I normally do the motivational part at the end of the podcast. I felt it at the beginning today. All right. So my apologies if it feels like I'm dragging it out. I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to make sure that y'all are hearing what I'm saying, and that y'all, if you're in a space where you feel depressed and you're in a space where you feel like ain't nothing really going right for you just yet, and then you feel like you're doing all of the work, I'm gonna do this. I challenge you to find some people, some like-minded people that's in your space, and see if they'll start helping each other. Start light. And then if you can't find those people, come join my community. My community is called the Lucrative Community. Links in the bio if you're watching this on YouTube. On TikTok, the link is in my link tree. On Patreon. If you are on Patreon, then you're already a Lucrative Community member. So y'all just got to show up to the meetings. But it works wonders. Because this is another thing, and I'm going to get to the first subject. I am going to get to the first subject, and I'm going to get to the shout-outs. But I've noticed this. The more that I have been willing to open myself up to other people and to be vulnerable enough to say, yeah, I need help. I need help, bro. Like, and this is the thing. For all of my fellas is watching this, understand this. Just because you might need help for a season don't mean that you're a lesser than fella. That don't mean that you're weak. That don't mean that you're inferior to nobody. It just means you need help in this season. You're in the season right now where you just need a little bit of help. So I think the faster we get over the concept of whenever you ask somebody for help, you're weak. You're a bum, right? We got to get out of that. A lot of the times when you really, really need it, there might be people that want to feed into you. Case in point, and I'm going to go to this first subject. Case in point, I have been working on this podcast. I've been working on trying to provide educational materials for musicians. I've been working on certain classes. I even wrote ebooks. I've been doing this stuff for a while now, right? And this month in particular, everything was just piling up so much. Everything's just piling up. And I was just like, okay, I don't know how I'm going to pay this, and this, and invest in this, and this, and have Zoom meetings with this person, and come up with courses and teach teachers, and then teach the students. And it's not possible. It was just, I was waking up depressed. And even though I'm smiling on lives, I do these podcasts, I'm smiling. I'm just going to it. I'm getting to it because guess what? As a man, we're taught, get over it. Go ahead and deliver, get up, do the job, deliver, get up, do the job, right? We have been taught this over and over, but nobody really gave us the concept of brotherhood. This is heavy. What I'm telling you is heavy, right? So this month, like I said, it was piling up. So I was thinking, I said, okay, well, I want to get this course out here for these students because I want to have a summer school situation going on for a few schools. So I could teach the kids publishing, music, how to make beats, how to write songs, how to brand themselves, all of this stuff, right? I was like, how am I going to do this? I need this type of dollar amount. And I don't have the resources to put this over here. So the little God, I'm gonna say this is baby Jesus. This is little baby Jesus, not big Jesus. Baby Jesus got on my shoulder. He said, "Hey, bro, hey, you know you got some friends that was like, yo, I want to invest into you some type of way. Like, I want to invest in you. Like, but the male ego, the male pride says, I'm not going to call them people for no help. If I call them help for what I'm calling for help for, if I do that, then I'm going to look a little bit weak. Guess what? I end up calling for help. I did. Just, and this is the crazy thing. And I'm telling this story for a reason. Because I know how men think. If you're a real manly man, like out here chopping down trees, which I could chop some tree off. I can't chop a whole tree down. But if you're out here chopping down trees, you laying drywall, you putting floors on, if you're that type of guy, it's really, really difficult for you to ask anybody for help. So I'm telling you this for a reason. This is me coaching you through this season for yourself, right? So I reached out to my partners. I was like, look, I got this idea. I want to do this, and this. The first thing this mother said is, well, guess what? How much? How much you need? I was just like, what? And this is the thing. This is another thing. Just because people are not they're not always in your space, don't mean that they're not in your corner, especially for fellas. If you're anything like me, I don't have to talk to my friends every day. This could even be friends from years ago. I don't have to talk to them every day because as soon as we see each other, we can pick up and we have a good, lasting relationship. But anyway, like I said, don't be afraid to ask certain people for help. And then this is the other side. It's not a bad thing when you ask for help and you are offering something in return of the help. Because this is the thing. This is what I notice a lot of people will do. And this is for my artists. This is for my artsy people, right? A lot of artists and a lot of producers or people that's just in a creative space, painters, whatever you got going on, any of the secondary businesses, they normally do this. And I'm trying to tell y'all, this is how you should do it, right? But most artists, producers, whatever, say, look, man, I need some money, right? Somebody give you the money, and you say, I appreciate it. And then you get out of Dodge. You have no intentions on trying to figure out how you can provide value for the person that just gave you something. Even though they may have given you something that you needed and you were in a deficit, if you may. Even though they may have given you something and you're in a deficit, I think as a creative, it is our jobs to create, right? So if it's our jobs to create and somebody gives us something, but we're still creators, create something that you and that person that just gave you something can benefit from. Create something that you and that person can benefit from. Because that is, if you look at all of the, let's go to the Fortune 500, 1,000 companies. I love going to big business, right? Big business is the dopest thing ever. I love big business, right? If you look at Walmart, right? Now, granted, the Waltons, it is a self-contained entity. Like it's all Walton family, and that's Sam's and Walmart. The only reason I really knew this off the rip because I worked at Walmart when I was in college. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. That's why Walmart carries Sam's products. I get it, right? You look at the Waltons. Another example, you look at how Steve Jobs did with Mac. You also look at, I would say Gates, but Gates kind of has done some different things. But you look at those three entities, right? Are those, three? Those three or two entities, right? If you really break down the business model for all of these companies, that's Fortune 500, 1,000 companies, if you really break down the business model is for them to give something to somebody either at a severe discount or they're giving something to somebody of high value. Where if you buy this thing from me, you could, if you do it right, if you buy this thing from me, you're going to 10x whatever you would have done without this product. I'm going to tell you how, all right? The cheaper option. We go there first. Look at how Walmart is structured. Even Amazon. Look how Amazon is structured. Amazon says, look, we're going to be Walmart on the internet, and we're going to provide all of these products and all of these services or whatever we got. It's more so products. But we're going to provide all of these products at a severe discount. And then we're gonna get all the volume. We're playing the volume game. We want as many people in the doors, and then we're gonna do our retention based off of how many people come to our store and buy the product and life lasting customers. How many customers has Walmart had since the 90s? A lot. They ain't stopped. And they're going to continue to go. So I like to look at that as a model for when you provide something, even if it's really, 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 really cheap. If you deliver at high volume, you're going to win. Now go to the value side of it. We're going to go to Mac. Everybody, I knew I told you I was going to shout y'all out, but I'm cooking. Sorry. So if you go to Mac, let's go to Mac. Steve Jobs said, you know what? This is technically about the computer, but it's not really about the computer. I want this to be a lifestyle brand. I want Mac to be a lifestyle brand. I want everybody, this is the cool thing to have. I want the kids to have it. I want everybody to have it. And I want them to swear by it. That's what Steve Jobs said, right? I want the people, especially the creative community, I want them to swear by this product. So get what they do. They made everything visually friendly. They made it easy for us to use. It's basic. It's basic. But then he said, you know what? I'm gonna come up with the iPhone. No, they said I'm gonna come up with the iPod. And if we get the iPod, then they can just sync the phone to the laptop or the computer, and then they can put a playlist together. And we got this thing called iTunes. So we can just get some of the record companies to license the music out to iTunes, and then we can do it like that. That's developed all the way to this iPhone, right? This is the cover. But that's developing to this iPhone, right? If you really unpack the iPhone and the marketing strategy behind Mac, it ain't no different than what it was back in the 90s or the late 80s or the mid 2000s. Ain't nothing different. It's the same thing. So what, as far as providing a product and they can 10x it, that's where I meant to go. So if you are a producer like me, right? You're a producer like me, or you're an artist, visual artist, film producer, whatever you do in the creative space, right? And I know Goliath, I think you got a PC. I ain't saying nothing about it. I know you got a PC. But anyway, I started on PC. So I don't know. Anyway, when you really unpack the idea of spending, what was it, $2,000 for a laptop. If you really unpack the idea of spending $2,000 for a laptop, it's a Mac Studio. Okay, cool. But if you unpack even the Mac Studio, the big boy, Goliath got the big boy, right? Let's say you spend $7,000 for a computer, right? Guess what? You are a creator. Create. That should be the easiest to. Now, I'm not saying go dumb. I'm not saying don't go in debt for it. But I'm saying if you know it's something that you need that's going to propel you to the next level, why wouldn't you do it, right? So even if I spent $7,000, $10,000 for a Mac, guess what? I'm going to create something that's going to make $100,000, $100 million. And if we really, really think about things like this, it'll be easier for us to move in and out of our spaces and say, let's see, Raleigh Music, what up, what? Rolly Music, what up? He says for $2,500 I made PC. I have not had a PC in years, bro. I'm just, after college, during college, I pretty much got strung out on Mac. So I'm here now. It's like, but this is the thing, and this is what I think I want every creative person to think about. If you take the Steve Jobs concept and apply it to everything that you're doing, just take the Steve Jobs concept and apply it to everything you're doing, you can't help but win. You can't help but win, because what Steve Jobs do? All right, we just said he came up with the Mac, right? He came up, well, it was Apple back then. It was the Apple with the bite in it, and then it's rainbow colors and all that stuff, right? So came up with the Mac, came up with the Apple, all that stuff. And then he said, you know what, we're going to come up with this iPod. The iPod can sync to the Mac. Oh, now, if the people buy the iPod, they can't help but want to buy a Mac because they want it to go together. So then he said, all right, cool, we're going to do that. Now, he said, oh, so we got cell phones. What we could do, we had the iPhone. We got the iPhone. They can sync it to their laptop. And this is when we had to plug it up to the when we had to plug it up to the computer, right? It went from that to now what we got AirDrop. Oh yeah, if you're in a space, if you're in a space and you're in a space with other people that's Mac users, then everybody's iPhone just pops up and you can just airdrop it. You ain't got to be extra with sharing too much information. You can just airdrop it, right? So what that make everybody say? Well, I need to be in communities of people that got more Macs. I need to be in communities of people that got Apple because we speak the same language. The same technological language. We speak this language together. So then what they do after that? Well, since you're going to have this and you're probably working out on the treadmill, right? I don't want that cord to get in your way. I don't want that cord to get in the way. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come up with a Bluetooth headset that's Mac based. And then after you do that, you can just sit your phone right there. You can run on the treadmill. You might leave your phone over there and you still listen to your music. So everybody say, yo! And I get it for all of my PC users. I already know. They have had it before. But I don't think the people that's not Mac, they have not really coined making it cool. It's kind of, even though they did it first, it's like Mac came in and be like, yo, y'all doing it? Go, yo, you good, bro. So even this, right? He said, well, since you got the phone, you got the phone, you got the headphones, you got a watch. Matter of fact, if you are an older person, and you fall out in the yard because you're doing some gardening, I want you to have this watch that'll read your blood pressure. It can count your miles. You can answer the phone. Like, they've made it a lifestyle brand. So I want every creative person to think like that. What can you do? What kind of product or what kind of service can you come up with that's a lifestyle brand that people want to not only use, but they also want to share it? People not only want to use it, but they also want to share it. What can you come up with? And I believe that you will easily get in that millionaire category. You'll easily get in that millionaire category. And then this is another thing. And I promise. I got y'all. Super Chat said this is great. Okay, thank you. Um, but anyway, if we do all of these things, right? Why would you not touch millions? At least I want to say billions because if you do it right, like it's inevitable. Billions is inevitable if you do it right. But that's my 2 cents for that. Let's get to these shout outs right quick. Look, an hour in, right? Yo, my bad. Yeah. I'm normally a little bit more structured than this, guys. I promise. Amanda, what's going on? Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead. It ain't that many people on TikTok, so I'll shout everybody out on TikTok. What is that? Riley, what up? Meet the Bay, what up? Rolly music, what up? Applauser, what up? Amanda, what up? Goliath, what up? And I can't. Let me see if I scroll up. We gonna scroll up. Phenomic Beats, what up? All right. Let's go to TikTok. Goliath, I need these screens, bro. I got to get this OBS popping. I really gotta get this OBS popping. But Angela, what up? Big Tim, what up? Mike, what up? Darius, what's going on? Tydrina, what up? That's all I see. And everybody on Patreon, what up? Everybody on Patreon, I am going to figure out how to stream live for y'all. After I take Goliath's course, I'm going to figure out how to stream live for y'all so that y'all can watch live. But I appreciate you, $4.99. I really appreciate you. So we're already an hour in, so I'm gonna try to make this quick. And I did start. Oh yeah. For everybody that's over here on TikTok and everybody in Super Chats, I am planning on starting at 9 o'clock from now on. All right. I'm planning on starting at 9 o'clock because I got a whole lot of line items to get done in very little day. I be having like 10 days worth of work to do in one day. So, Goliath, I got you. Actually, I am kind of in the doghouse with one of those restaurants. So I gotta send you the footage. I gotta send you the footage. But anyway, let's look at we're not gonna dig on AI today. Cause it got a little dark. It got a little dark last week. It got a little dark. So we're not gonna dig on AI. But we are gonna dig in on the hood. Can we bring the hood to the stage? I gotta bring the hood to the stage. I gotta bring the hood to the stage. So I've been looking at all of these clips, right? Thanks for everybody that's sending me clips on Instagram. If y'all send me clips on TikTok, Patreon, I don't even know how to work this all the way yet, so give me a little bit of time. We only, I think, 5 episodes in on Patreon, so give me a little bit of time. I'm going to figure out how everything works over here because I don't get it just yet. But anyway, for everybody that sent me clips, I appreciate it. We will talk about the hood today. The reason we're going to talk about the hood is because it's still kind of based in tech, right? Everything that we've been talking about for the past 3 weeks roughly is still based around tech. And I just want everybody to look at the bridge between technology and human psychology. There is a bridge between the two. And I want us to look at it, right? First off, last year was it, I think Walmart called it first. They said, what we gonna do if you like to go to Walmart, we gonna shut some of the Walmarts down, right? So some of the black folks said, I mean, I don't care. I go to Target anyway. Let's go. Like I don't even go. Walmart, ew. They yellow and blue, ew. I think that's like every hood person. Like, I mean, that's the hood. That's the hood personality right there. So all of the hood said, you know what? We ain't gonna go to Walmart no more. We gonna go to Target anyway, cuz. We gonna go to Target anyway. It's a vibe over there anyway. I can walk around, drink some Starbucks, and I'm chilling, right? That's what we said. Now, y'all done messed up the Target. Goliath, they done messed the Target up, bro. So, I'm going to see if I can find the clip. I got to find this clip. So, because this is the thing. I have been saying it for the longest. If we do add more technology into our spaces, it could be good and it could be bad. But I think at this point, you can't avoid it. Anything that's developing with technology, you can't avoid it. Same thing with all of the artists that were fighting and petitioning against everything that the production studios were trying to do. Right? I think they said they were trying to do production. The production studios wanted the artists to get a scan and agree to ridiculous contracts and all this stuff. Right? This is the thing. Ain't no getting around it. There is no getting around it. The only thing that creative people can do is go back to the old school way of doing things. The old school way of doing things is stage plays, theater, live shows, big events. These events allow you to connect with people one-on-one, right? That's the first thing. They allow you to connect with people one-on-one. The more you connect with these people, the more they'll want to support you, right? If they're supporting you for your music, they'll probably support you for your merch. If they support you for your merch, they'll probably support you at your restaurant. If they support you for your restaurant, you get it, right? You get it. So this is why everything that I do, I'm trying to promote human involvement. Because when it comes to big business, you're gonna get stomped out. Let's just call a thing a thing. You're going to get stomped out. So the more we resist the concept of AI, I say we're going to talk about AI, but the more we resist AI, the more we resist the development of technology, the more you're going to get left behind. Unfortunately, the less better off you'll be. You ain't going to have no money. So talking about Target, let me look at the clip. I know it's a certain amount, and if I can't pull this clip up, we'll just talk about it because we already an hour and some change in. Matter of fact, I don't think we talked about we didn't even talk about Chick-fil-A. Everybody's doing the same thing. Read the room. Y'all, we got to read the room. If you look at if you look at how everybody, y'all want to go live with you so bad, bro, but I can't, not today. If we look at how everybody is looking at technology, Chick-fil-A, I told you this probably a year ago. I saw the little girl outside that worked for Chick-fil-A. She's like, I just imagine her voice sound like this, right? Let me just load this thing up and let me just load this. Chick-fil-A sandwich. You put it right here. You're gonna put the bag right here. Then we're gonna put it in the thing. All right. That's how she was looking. I'm gonna just put the thing right here. I'm gonna just close the top, and I'm gonna close this, and then I'm gonna push this button. But what she was doing, the girl that was working for Chick-fil-A, what she was doing, she was front loading a bot. She was front loading a bot, and when I talked to the owner of that particular Chick-fil-A, he said, "Well, yeah, what we're doing is we're doing test research to see how these bots actually work for the people in the community. So if you notice, y'all notice, look at the game. This is game. It ain't really game. It technically is. But if you look at all the Chick-fil-A's, especially the new ones, all the new Chick-fil-A's are right in the center or in close proximity of some type of townhouse complex or some type of apartment complex or some type of condo complex. The reason being, all of these Chick-fil-A's are going to start carrying these bots where the bots will just deliver the food. You pay for the food in the app. We've been there already. Pay for the food in the app. You say, all right, well, I stay in apartment 2219, right? They front load the bot. The bot will have access to all of these things, and you walk your tail downstairs, you pick up your Chick-fil-A out of that bot, and you go back home. But what did that just do? You're just starting to eliminate all of those people that would probably either walk inside of that Chick-fil-A to order their food. You just eliminated the service people that would have to serve those folk. And you're eliminating some of the drive-through people that they would probably have to staff normally. Because I just imagine, I don't know how far off we are, but I imagine even the Chick-fil-A drive-thrus would probably have like 3 or 4 stations. You punch a thing in like a vending machine. You drive up to the window shoots out the food, and the only thing that the workers are doing is working in the kitchen. That's what I imagine. The reason I think that could easily happen is you're now controlling the quality of customer service, because now you ain't got to have no human interaction. You're eliminating the idea of somebody stealing something because everything is automated, for one, right? And then it's just you probably have to upkeep 3 or 4 bots. So the time has come again. As promised, I told all of y'all that we will be highlighting everybody from the lucrative community. Hello. So this young lady right here has been doing some amazing things. You know what? I like really, really consistent people. Everybody in my lucrative community has really just been killing it. Like they got products they're developing. They're musicians. They beat makers. And just really, really good people. But this person that I'm bringing to y'all is none other than Trivy. Trivy, how you
Make
feeling?
some noise for Trivy.
See, energy. So how you feeling? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, thank you. And yourself?
I'm decent. As we spoke earlier, the pollen is just like, it's honestly, I feel like the pollen has like a sword, like on a on a toothpick, and it's just like sticking my nose, sticking my throat like all day. And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But you're in Georgia. You're in Georgia with me, so I know it's getting you well, are you allergic to pollen?
I am, but I take allergy pills every day. So I'm doing all right. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
I'm doing all right.
Okay, well, it ain't, no. I feel like, I think I did it one time when I was younger. I had to get like the little shot. It's like an EpiPen shot type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
And I was good for the whole season. So I wonder if I could like get that again as an adult. Like,
Yeah, that will be, if these pills didn't work for me, then that will be the next step.
okay.
The shots.
Okay. All right. But we're not here to just talk about allergies and medicine, all that stuff. First, I want everybody that's watching on YouTube to just and Patreon. We got Patreon now, so I want I want everybody on Patreon and on YouTube to get to know you. So let them know who you are. You're Trivia, and then dot.
All right, hey, I'm Trivy. I'm a singer, rapper, songwriter. Started making music in 2020, and now I made a template for artists to help them plan out their content creation.
Ah. I so, and you said a template for artists, right?
Well, it's actually a digital planner,
Okay.
but it can be a template. But it's actually a digital planner, and I have additional templates for other things.
Okay. All right. Before we get on the products, tell the people where you're from and where
Uh,
you are now, and kind of what got you into the space of wanting to create something for artists or the people that might be in your position.
so I'm originally from Newark, New Jersey. Um, been in Georgia since I was 9. What made me create this um, was, well, first of all, I joined a lucrative community. Um,
Hey.
didn't think didn't think about that side of things. In the first meeting, he's like, "What are you selling?" And I'm like, "Music." And he's like, "Yeah, but outside of music, you know." And that's what really had my brain going. And naturally, I'm a person, I have to plan. Like I don't remember things. So if I don't write it down and I don't plan it, it's not happening because I
Yeah.
don't forgot about it. I probably went to sleep, took a nap, I'm missing it.
Right.
So I just live my life by planning things out, and this I feel like was something that was needed. So
Sweet. And you said Newark, New Jersey. All right. I have a story. You know I got stories for days. Like so I was dating a chick and I met her in North Carolina originally, right? This is way before because my wife watched the pod and she's like, who you talking about now? She know who I'm talking about. Anybody. So I met a chick when I was in North Carolina, right? And she said, well, I gotta go pick my sister up. I was like, I ain't bet. Cool. Where's she at? I got you. She was like, well, she in Jersey. So I was like, I don't know nothing about Jersey. So I went to Newark, New Jersey. And nothing against you. It was the dirtiest place ever. I said, yo, are they just pissing on the ground? And it just, honestly, it felt like a scene out of a movie. I saw a dude like go to the park and he's bumping the car in front and in back of him, bumping like this to get in the parking space. And I'm like, yo, y'all are
It probably,
wow.
truth be told, it probably wasn't his car. He probably stole the car. That's why he don't care about the car.
So, but I had never seen like the skirts on cars before I went up there. Like where they have the little rubber skirts. That's like a hook goes inside the trunk, and then it's like a rubber flap, and then it's a rubber flap on the front of the car. You ain't never seen it?
I think so.
They had rubber. Anybody, if y'all are watching on playback, tell her about the rubber flaps. It's like little rubber flaps.
Is it like a winter thing, like for snow?
It's year round. It is. It is literally a piece of rubber that goes on the back on the trunk and it goes on the front. And I'm assuming it's because people like him is just bumping cars going back and forth. So, but is your family still there?
My father, a few cousins, aunts, and uncles.
Okay. How often you visit?
I was just there in February. February? I think the first weekend of February I was there.
Okay. All
So
right.
I try to get there a couple times a year.
Well, you're good. That's good. No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't try. I don't even try to go to North Carolina. I'm like, y'all can come to Georgia to visit me, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
So now that we know a little bit about you, with the product, right? This product,
Mhm.
what is it supposed to? Is it supposed to help people troubleshoot their life? Is it supposed to help them organize their life? Like, what's the whole product that you got?
It's more for organization. Like me, I wasn't diagnosed, but I'm pretty sure I have like ADHD. So my thoughts are everywhere. And
Me
like
too.
this pops up, this pop, I can't get one thing done. I'll start making a sandwich and go do something else. An hour later, I still got bread on the counter.
I'm the
So
same
I
way.
so it's for people that's similar to that. You know, you gotta plan out, okay, Monday I'm gonna record this. And then I'll post it next this day. And it just helps ease the process of like making, and then like goals, like I have goals as a thing in there too, breaking down the steps and making sure you're hitting every milestone so that you can reach that goal also. So just for like planning out things better and to hold yourself accountable is
Hmm.
mainly what it is, because I feel like you have to have something set to hold yourself accountable. So
I agree. I agree. Without having those benchmarks in place, it's real easy to get off track. Very,
exactly.
very. So, do you have it set up? And this is this may have been a community question. I'm gonna just ask you now though. But do you have it set up wherein once they do purchase that product, maybe they can text you and you have like an accountability group where you say, "Yo, did you post whatever you said you were gonna do? All your tasks that you had? Did you have that sign? Like, do you have a way
I'm
for them?"
working.
Okay, go ahead. We lost her.
Sorry, my dog decided that he was not liking that I'm not playing with him. I'm ignoring him, and he bumped the table and knocked the whole laptop. Glad it didn't disconnect. Okay, Paula, hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me
You
try.
good? Yeah. See, this is why I will not get another animal. I got kids. I got kids for animals. Them, those are
he's
my animals right there.
he's adorable. Uh, I better. I prefer him because I could leave him home by himself.
Facts.
So
Facts.
kids, I like the ones you can get back.
Listen,
Those are,
don't get
those are
me
my favorite.
started.
I'll hold them. Give it 2 hours. Where's your mom?
Don't
Let's
get me
find her.
started. It's
But
nah, I ain't gonna do like that. I love my kids. My daughters are beautiful. I love them, but they do the most. They do the absolute
yeah,
most.
kids are some, but they're funny though.
So
They're funny.
so do you have something set up where
Okay.
you can have like an accountability group where once they do get the product, then they can, y'all text each other, whatever.
I'm working on that right now. Um, it I was looking at TikTok, but now TikTok is may not be anymore. So I'm trying to find a new way around that and to see like what like exactly I'll be offering, but definitely working on that.
Okay, cool, cool. Speaking of TikTok, speaking of TikTok, where do you? Cause if y'all didn't know, she popping on TikTok. She got like she's popping, popping. Like, nah, you popping. You just go. But for you being one of the content creators to kind of get a good jump start on TikTok with everything changing, what would that mean for you? Like, would you have? Do you feel like you need to move the people to another platform, or you was trying to milk TikTok while we still got it? Like,
I'm gonna have to milk TikTok. There is no app like TikTok, but
mm,
I'm definitely trying to find a way to have other apps work for me in the same way as well. Like Instagram. I mean, we all know Instagram is no TikTok, but I mean, when there's no TikTok, we gotta do something. So
yeah. Now, I guess I'll say this with TikTok. Well, the differences, right, between Instagram and TikTok. What I'm noticing is on TikTok, of course, you get past that 1,000 followers, you go live, it's up. Long as you got any kind of talent, somewhat of not even talent, because you got people saying yum yum yum. I'm like, I don't even know
they
what
do anything.
I don't know
They
what
just sleep. They just sleep. Watch me sleep.
right. So
Okay.
the fact that people have been able to leverage the platform and either get a check or build their own platforms. Um, I honestly I think the only thing that would be the difference right now is if you do start hitting Instagram to bring those people, bring the TikTok crowd over, like consciously keep trying to bring them over. I think that'll translate good, but you're probably gonna have to run ads on Instagram
Hmm.
to start getting the traffic in. Uh,
Yeah.
and I'm just saying that because, like I always tell y'all in the community, I can't tell y'all or teach y'all nothing that I haven't done myself. So what I'm noticing is when I ran, and it could be cheap. Start real cheap, $5, $10, $15, something cheap, and just look at the analytics and see what happens. Cause I'm noticing, I may have spent like $100 on ads in the past week or so. So it ain't a lot at all. But out of that $100, I know and it's cool too. It creates like a new little tab in your inbox, in your DMs.
Mm.
When you run ads, it creates a different tab. So it's like it says from ads. Like if somebody's responding to your ad, it'll say from ads or general, or it's like two other. It's weird. I got to show it to you. But I'm
Okay.
noticing out of that 100, I probably got like 3 people to sign up for the 3-day coaching call. So that's $300. That it's kind of the
It,
game of yeah.
yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious to see what this is gonna look like for us in TikTok. Cause you can get strung out on it. I tell you, it feeds your people. Like just go over there. Go.
Hmm.
So let's see. I didn't have any other like pressing questions. So how can the people get your product since we got you on now? How are they?
So I'll be launching my website later today, and from there, it's a tab in it. Click it, purchase, make the purchase, and you'll type in your email, and then you'll receive the product within the next 24 hours.
Hey, I like it. I like it. Well, anything you need to ask me before we jump off?
Um, no, no, I don't have any questions.
Well, I will say this: you have really good charisma on camera. I think you should go like harder with this type of stuff. Have you thought about a pod?
Yes and no. I don't. I just have so many things. I can't pick up any more side missions.
Okay, okay.
I have so many side missions right now. I can't pick up, but I may. Who knows? I tend to just do things. So next week, it may be
So,
different. I don't
so
know.
before we jump off, this is a question I want you to ask yourself. I want you to ask because I'm currently going through. I ain't gonna say course correction, but I'm changing how I do certain things because the algorithm constantly changes. How
Mhm.
many of the things that you do right now, as of present day, are actually benefiting you? Whether that's
Right now,
financially,
mhm.
relational wise, uh, motivational as far as like mental health wise, how much stuff that you're doing right now is actually feeding into you as a person?
Are we talking about like as far as like internet or just like in general?
Everything. Because I,
Um,
I don't think it's separate. I don't personally think it's separate. Like if so when we start doing meetups, like in person
mhm.
meetups and like other events, I'm the same way, whether it's a music review, whether I'm at church, whether I'm talking to my kid. I don't know how to be on no other way. And I've consciously put forth effort to become that way. I haven't always been that way. So
Yeah.
I feel great as far as like the mental health side of things. When I was at my 9 to 5, oh God, I, I had to fight. I had to fight to get it back. But from that standpoint, like how many of the things from side businesses, work, relationships, all that stuff, how many of those things are actually feeding Trivy the person?
I would say pretty much everything that I do on the side feeds me because like what I do to make money, I prefer not to do. I'd rather do the things I want to do. So I'm
You
doing the things I
gotta
want
stop
to
selling
do
drugs.
and trying to. Wait, what you say?
So, so you gotta stop selling drugs. No,
I'm
I'm
trying
playing.
to leave
I'm
it
playing.
alone. Leave it
I'm playing.
alone. And I'm just playing. It's completely legit, everybody. But trying to move into what I really want to do so that I can be like happier, freer, because I just crave having like more of my own time and just in general, just doing what I want to do. Like that's just what I want to do in life is whatever I want to do.
Right,
So
right.
that's
And you how old?
25. 25.
Oh, you winning. You winning. You. I wish that I had access to certain resources at that age. Oh my god. Now I probably would be like locked up. I probably would have like OD'd on some just because when you're creative, your brain just goes it goes left field real quick. So you're like,
Yeah.
I want to sell cocaine. Nah, I'm not gonna do it. But anyway, it's been fun. It's been fun. Everybody, if y'all watching this, listen, make sure, I'm gonna say it a third time, make sure you click the link in the bio. I will have the link down there for y'all to download her product, support it, buy it. Matter of fact, reach out to her on IG or TikTok. Well, we don't know how long TikTok's gonna be here. So what's your IG so for the people?
TikTok and Instagram are the same thing, as well as Twitter and Facebook. It's A Trivy. That's AYETRVI.
All
And
right.
you'll see my face pop up.
All right. All right. That's great. All right. Trivia, everybody. Go ahead and get that. So now Chick-fil-A has introduced this. I want y'all to look at this, especially on my super chat. Y'all look at this and we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. And it's all related. We're going to go back to Walmart. We're going to go to Dollar Tree. We're going to go to Target. We're going to go to all of these companies because I want y'all to see where we are. Don't let this go right in front of your face and you
Boards,
ignore
no
it.
cash register, no dining room. We got an exclusive first look ahead of its March 21st opening.
So here's how it works when the restaurant opens next week. You place your order on the mobile app ahead of time, and then you come into the restaurant, the space just 400 square feet, and you'll come over to this board. You're
Ooh,
watching
that's
for your
cold.
name to move from preparing up to ready. When you see your name and ready, you'll come to the front desk and tell the worker your name. Order for Emily.
Welcome to Chick-fil-A, Emily.
He's going to grab your order for you, hand it off.
This is your order.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
And then you're good to go. Chick-fil-A believes this is its fastest concept yet.
This is all about fulfilling the order and pairing food and drink in a very, very fast and seamless way.
No menu board.
Yo, that's cold, bro. That's spades. No, that's not even spades. That is chess. Chick-fil-A is playing chess. All right, so everybody on Super Chat, did y'all just hear what just happened? Everybody on TikTok, did y'all just hear what that was? Super Chat, y'all can see it. So this is the thing. If they take the menus out, right? If they took the menus out, they took the worker out that would normally take your order, and now you only have a worker that's coming to deliver the food. I just imagine the bot doing all of this stuff. There it is. I said it. I think any job that's not like a severely important job, all of those jobs are about to be spaded out. In the service industry, I think it's about to be a wrap. It's gonna be a wrap. Just because I just look at how everything started with the cash registers, right? I don't remember when they started implementing the idea of you could just go to the register, you scan your own stuff, and you check out, and then you walk out the door. That's a very simple process to us right now because we've been doing it for years. But if you put that process back in the 80s, or you put that process back in the 70s, that would have been a tall ask. Like for you to just go scan your stuff and you walk out, that's a lot to do, right? All of this is just a cousin to that. All of this is just a cousin to that. And then if we end up going to this hole, and I can't go there, not today. All right, how can I say it? If we go to this universal currency, I'll say it like that. If we go to this universal currency, what does that mean if it's cut off? If your joint's cut off, you ain't got you can't touch no bread, you can't touch nothing. What does that mean for you? And you on YouTube, what does that mean for you if everybody is on the same currency, everybody's on the same playing field, and somebody could just say, we're gonna hit this button today, we're gonna turn them off, turn them off, turn them off. Oh, what y'all been saying? You been saying that on social media. Oh, you funny. Turn it off. You mentioned what? You said that again? Goliath, I'm gonna stay light. I'm not gonna go deep. I promise I'm not gonna go deep. Because last week I went there and they turned the live off. They literally turned the live off. But what does that mean? What does that mean for us? We gotta wake up. We gotta wake up. So now you got Chick-fil-A that's taking workers out. So those workers are gonna be looking for jobs at some point in time. I'm not gonna get banned. I promise I'm not. Not today. Not today. Maybe tomorrow. Not today. But let's say all of the people that worked at Chick-fil-A now need to get a job. Where they gonna work? All of the people that worked at Amazon need a job. Now where they gonna work? All of the people that worked at the post office and some of the carrier services, where they gonna work? I look at it like that. And then if you have that many people out of work at the same time, does those bunkers make sense now? Does all of the bunkers make sense now? Just think about it. And then if everything that's promoted online is to promote violence, is to promote disturbing the peace, it's gonna promote just recklessness. If everything that we just put all of it together, just really assess what's going on. And I know, listen, bro, I know. But let's really assess what's going on, right? You took all of these jobs out, because guess what? Chick-fil-A ain't the only company that's doing this. You also got Target. Target said, Target's actually gonna add a few people because y'all been stealing. Y'all have been stealing everything from Target. So Target said, you know what? All right. We tried to do the convenience thing. We tried to do the convenience thing. But what we got to do, we need some more workers over here because they keep stealing the stuff. Target said, they just keep coming over here stealing. All right, so put Target in there. Put Walmart in there. Put Chick-fil-A in there. If you put all of these things together and all these folk ain't got no jobs, where they going to come? Where they going to get their money from? I imagine, unless somebody steps in and says, look, we need to do this, we need to do that, we need to do this. If don't nobody step in, it's a wrap. The bonkers make sense. All of the bonkers that your boys buying over here make sense. Everybody's talking about moving. Look, Elon said, I'm going to go to outer space. I'm not even going to be on Earth. I'm going to find new civilization. It's cool. I'm going to find like an alien wife. Elon said he going to outer space on y'all. He ain't playing with y'all. But really, just think about this stuff, yo. Think about, yep. Tim said, don't forget your music friends. Yeah. Everybody. And now this is another clip, right? And I'll just read this one because we ain't got a lot of time for me to be playing no clips. So now, the hood's favorite store said, you know what? We about to shut down 1,000 stores because y'all out here wilding. You know what the favorite store in the hood is? Listen, on Super Chats, what's the hood's favorite store? On TikTok, what is the hood's favorite store? I'm going to go here right quick. Just give you a little something right quick. I'm just going to go here. Hey, where you at, man? I'm over here. Just out here. What's the hood's favorite store? Let me see. Tim said, I don't know about the hood, but I know as a redneck, I love me a Dollar Tree. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you. That's the perfect answer. Listen, even this, I want everybody to take a note, especially if you're watching this on playback on YouTube. I've always talked about Tim because I love Tim like a brother. I really do love Tim like a brother. Same, yeah, exactly. I love Tim like a brother, right? Tim is a white man. The first option he said was, I don't know about the hood, but as a redneck, I love Dollar Tree. We have more in common than y'all think. And this is for my hood black folk, my super pro black people. We have more in common than what you think. I think we just need more conversations. Everybody has been, and I know I'm drawing real close on my time, but I know a lot of people have been listening to conversations online, and it's black versus white, is straight versus gay, it's rich versus poor, it's the radicals versus the non-radicals, left versus right, Republican. It's always going to be a back and forth. I'm going to do this. Well, my side got to say it's right. Well, no, what my side got to say is right. Everybody's doing that. Versus just saying, like, look, man, we're gonna get some coffee. I'm sorry. I'm real basic sometimes. I'm very basic. Bro, what we're gonna do, we're gonna get some coffee, right? Right? Get some coffee. I got a notebook pad, loose leaf paper. We're gonna sit down, we're gonna take down some plans, and we're gonna think what we're gonna do next. What that's at? We need more of those conversations. And we need those conversations without a preconceived judgment of the person that we're having the conversation with. I think the more rich, nourishing conversations we have, I honestly, and I've said this for a few weeks now, I really believe that if humans come together, right? And I say humans because y'all know the new kids like to say, all this stuff, whatever, right? So let me just say humans, because I don't even in that don't have to be a conversation. Preference, orientation, that don't even have to be a conversation, because for me, the real conversation is how we gonna live, what we gonna eat, man, where we gonna get this water from, man. Man, you know what? Them cows looking scary over there, dog. You still eating beef? Where you get your beef from? We got to have these conversations, because guess what? Big business is going to always be big business. And that's cross genres. That's not just in music. That's also in food. That's also in education. Education is big business. All of it's business. So us knowing that big business is always going to be big business, if you're not a part of that structure, you need to be a part of the other structure. The other structure is community building. If they do, all right, let's just say this. And I'm going to get off of it because it's going to get dark. It will get dark. But let's just say this. Have y'all seen the movie with Justin Timberlake from back in the day? I think it was called End of Time or On Time or End Time. Let me look it up. So I want y'all to watch this. I think it's End Time. Oh, yeah. I ain't even talking about Justin Timberlake's Tiny Desk. Shouts out to Justin Timberlake. That boy is Tiny Desk? Oh, my God. I will say this, though. You can see the difference in the resources. Justin Timberlake's set was not like Juvenile. I'm sorry. I love Juvie. I love you, dog. I love you. But Justin Timberlake's Tiny Desk and Juvenile's Tiny Desk, completely different. Justin Timberlake's Tiny Desk looked like he was about to go do the opera. You said it's called End Time. That's it. End Time. All right, so y'all look at this movie End Time, right? Justin Timberlake. Let's say they start doing this. And in the movie, the main parts of the movie that I really, really remember is they had to keep loading up the time. He kept looking at his wrist because he had the little joint, which I got a whole idea for what that's going to be like too. But I ain't going to say it right here. That's a private conversation. So in the whole movie, Justin Timberlake was like, yo, I ain't got this much time. I got this much time. So what he did, he saw this older guy that had extra time on his clock, his biological clock, right? So I forgot what happened. I know Justin, I think he held the dude's hand and he inherited all of this guy's time. So for them, time was money. If you got massive amounts of time, you can spend a lot of money. So what Justin didn't realize was people been watching they've been watching his actions the whole time. They said, look, oh, this dude, hold up, he ain't supposed to be in this area. How is he over here? Case in point, if you got a person that's that was homeless yesterday. Let's say it like that. That's perfect. And let's say that the G is keeping a consistent watch over the people that's homeless, right? The G, y'all know who I'm talking about when I say the G. I'm not gonna be demonetized. Y'all costing me some money. I ain't trying to be demonetized. But let's say the G has been looking at all of the people that's homeless. And they say, well, what we going to do is, we going to give them a little bit of time. we going to give them a little bit of money and on this EBT. And while they got the EBT, they good. They got just enough to eat and they got just enough to live. So they're going to be good, right? Good, cool. But what happens if that person gets somebody like me or somebody bigger than me, right? Somebody bigger than me. They come up and they give that homeless person $1 million that day. And not only give them the $1 million, clean them up, welcome them into their circle of rich friends, give them a Bugatti, get them a nice 2-bedroom condo, probably worth $800,000, right? But they were just homeless yesterday. The G will say, wait, so why you don't need your EBT card this week? What happened? What's different? Where you at? Or they go look for you and say, where you at? You ain't got your EBT. What's good? What changed? How you get cleaned up? Where you get that car from? How you get this is what I'm looking at. So let's say the G ends up implementing that type of concept for the masses, right? And they say, well, look, Nito, I know you pretty well off, but you ain't supposed to be up here with the people that make $1 million a month. You ain't supposed to be up here. How you get up here? You know what? We got to put some sanctions on him coming up this way. He can't come up this way. You don't supposed to be able to do that. You're supposed to stay where you at. I could see that easily happening. I could easily see that happening. So let's say that does happen. And the communities that have to stay within them, they have to co-mingle within themselves. You got to live. Your first option is to figure out how you're going to live, how you're going to survive. So I want to challenge all of us to come up with concepts. I want us to also come up with ideas where it promotes togetherness. And I'm not talking about mingle.com or Tinder. I'm not talking about this stuff. I'm talking about like fostering real, genuine relationships. We got to do that. And as I always, I'm always say, I couldn't get it out. Jeez, I couldn't get that out. But I'm always say, if y'all can't figure out what community to be a part of, I would love to have you in the Lucrative community. Right? Lucrative community, links in the bio. Especially for musicians, singer-songwriters, come to the community. I need good people. I need people that's not flaky. I need people that's going to show up because they know if they show up, I'm going to give them something that's in their best interest. I'm not trying to pull resources from them. I'm trying to create resources for them, and in return, they create resources for other people. Right? I want y'all to do that. So, I think that's it for this week, yo. We had some fun. I had more subjects, but I'm not even going to talk about that. Because if I start talking about some of these other subjects, I will definitely get banned. I want to also do this. I want to challenge y'all to do two things. I want y'all to. When you get to the end of them pods, you start touching them 2 hours. Right? But I want to challenge everybody to do this. Find people that's willing to be a part of your journey. That's one thing. Find people that's willing to be a part of your journey. Now, even if you don't know what your journey is, find people that'll help you find out what your journey is. There are people out here that want to help, honestly, and I'm noticing that now. There are people that want to help. That's the first thing. Find people that want to be a part of your journey. And then secondly, I want you to do a inventory on yourself. Do an inventory on yourself. Look at all of the gifts that you have, because I do believe that everybody has a gift. Even if you are a thought and you got the gift of tricking, it's a gift. It's still a gift there. You just ain't using it the right way. You ain't using it the right way. Right now, you just kind of, I belong to the streets. I'm going to be in the street again. But I want you to really take an inventory of all of the gifts that you have and how you could either develop the gifts or implement the gifts in somebody else's program or do something with the gifts that you have. That's going to be the only difference between high value people seeing you as an asset over AI. I'm telling you off the rip, I am even looking at AI and trying to figure out how many other ways I can implement AI into my daily practice. Because like I told y'all in the first part of the podcast, I have so much stuff going on that I need to get done on a consistent basis. I don't have time. I don't be having time. So now I'm like, all right, I know, even with me, watch this, the type of person I am. I know I got Goliath in my lucrative community, right? He'll ride or die. Trey Kelly, ride or die. Tammy, ride or die. A few others, ride or dies, right? Dr. J, I think Dr. J is going to be a ride or die, right? But even though I have these people in my space and I can see the gifts in them, I know exactly where I want to place them. I can see what's going to make them millions. I see it already. It's just like, all right, how much time is it going to take and how much development is going to take between now to then? That's the only thing in my head right now. But even with me having all of these people in my community, I still know that the dream and the vision that I have is so big, I can't just depend on them because I'm gonna wear them out. I'm gonna wear them out because it's not possible for you to do everything dolo. It's just not possible. So again, I want to challenge y'all to find people that's willing to be a part of your journey, for one. And then secondly, do an inventory of all of the gifts that you currently have. And then, are any of those gifts teachable? Are any of those gifts that you currently have that you've been operating within or that's been laying dormant, are those teachable gifts? And if you could teach those gifts to the people that's a part of your journey, then See how that works? See how that works? All right. So anyway, till next week. It's been real. Love y'all. See you. Peace.